this guide. Let's start off with B grenades for attackers. First one's gonna be for alleyway. Stand on this sewer pipe over here, aim in between the nudge, like the air gap between the sign, and just do a simple jumping left click. This will land straight into alleyway, so hitting the peaking of alleyway and some of hell as well. This is next we have close back sight, and close back sight we're gonna stand against this barrier, against this wall, like this crate in front of us, and aim right there. Put your bottom HUD line, this HUD line right there, and do a nice jump throw. This jump throw is gonna land straight into close back sight, hitting if anyone's playing close with it. Our next one's gonna be for far back sight. Putting in the same position, we're gonna aim at the red stained paint on the bottom right HUD line, and just do a simple jump right click as well, and this will land straight into back sight. This will also hit on top of the box as well. Our next one's gonna be for a sights. First of all, this is for heaven. Stand against the barrier and look at the top of that tree, and just do a simple left click. This will land straight into heaven for you guys. Our next one's gonna be for hell. Hit this box and aim at that corner of that crate on top of heaven, along the rails, and then it's gonna land straight into hell for you. Our next one is good for a screen plant. Same thing, hug the barrier, and then you're gonna look up and find this leaf I'm aiming at right here. With this leaf, just do a simple left click toss, and it's gonna land straight into screens for you guys. Our next one's gonna be for a safe plant. Again, line up against the barrier, and this time you're going to aim at this leaf and line up the second beam of light. Just do a simple left click and it's going to go straight onto the plant for you. Now we're going to have elbow, and for an elbow lineup, all you got to do is again line up with that barrier, the barrier and the wall, and then look at the top right corner of this pillar and aim second beam of light, lining up with the pillar. Just do a simple left click and it's going to go straight into elbow. Now for defender-sided elbows, we're going to do a different lineup for it. So you're going to stand on this corner of this wooden plank, and you can aim on this corner of the building, and it's going to go straight into elbow for you. We have the same lineup for a different form of a different position. Stand here, look at the bottom right corner of that, and line your second HUD line in between your abilities, and just do a simple left click throw. This will land straight into elbow for you. Our next one's going to be for screens. And you're going to line up right here with that line and just throw on the top between the glass and the kingdom building, and just do a simple left click, and it's going to land right on top of screens, and it's going to hit all back if you're planning. Next is going to be for safe plant. Hit the corner and line up your crosshair with right at that dot, and just do a nice little left click. This is going to hit heaven plant and screen and safe plant. Now we're on to alleyway to default plant on B sides. Aim at this corner, put your HUD line on there, and do a nice jump throw. This jump throw is going to land straight onto the planter for you, so to prevent them to plant if you have a grenade or something or so. Next you have for long plants from heaven, you're going to aim at the top right corner of this box and just do a simple left click. This is going to hit straight onto the planter for you. Next is going to hit both default and long plants. So you're gonna hit again in the same corner here and aim at this top right corner of the box. Aim a little to the right so you don't hit the building, and it's gonna hit both sides for you. Very nice to stop plants. Next we have one for far back sight. This is a bit weird since you're doing a running throw. I wouldn't recommend this unless you're very confident of it. So what you can do is line with this wall and the top right corner of the box again, and with your left and right click throw indicator, make sure you're gonna run, and before you hit the wire with the two indicators, you will do a left click. So just run left click, nice like this, and it's going to hit straight to backside for you, hitting all those back. Now we have sonic sensors for B set up on defense. One, I like to put on this gasoline pump right here, and the other one right here for your teammates to swing off. The one thing of this I would like to say is that I would not recommend doing this if you know they have a sage wall there every time they push onto B, for it will just make the sensor ultimately useless. Alternatively, you can put sensors over here against this wall, against this wooden box, and anywhere on the stairs. It's really nice. And now we're going to have heaven. So I wouldn't recommend playing heaven due to the fact they can just walk up on the sensors, as they are sound triggers. So, and normally most of the time they'll just walk up on you. So if you just throw your sensor here, it will work if they make sound, but I wouldn't recommend playing heaven if they don't make sound really often. Next, we have sonic sensors for A. I like to put one on this wall because it allows you to play in this corner and swing off it very well. And if you want to play greedy for yourself, you can put one in cubby. What happens here is that you can just swing off one, and if they run into cubby, they'll get stung twice, making basically guaranteeing you a kill. Alternatively, you can put it into on this wall or this wall in the corner, and so you can swing them off if you're on site. Or if you're playing elbow, you can put one on this elbow edge right here, allowing them to get stunned, and then you can swing off. Same thing with Heaven for A and B. I wouldn't recommend playing Heaven again because it can just walk past your trips. However, if you do decide to play Heaven, putting one right here allows you to swing off, and one here if they're trying to rotate. Basically what this does is that you take a bullet fight and then you back off, they'll get stunned since they shot a bullet at you, and then you can reswing and probably get yourself a nice kill. If they try rotating off, there's a good chance they'll jump off, making sound on the rope or on the metal at the bottom, triggering off the sensor, letting you know they're trying to rotate. For barrier lamp onto A, all you gotta do is look at this like top hedge fence thing and just throw a left click. And this left click will get you a nice barrier holding off the aim and push. For barrier lamps on B, all you gotta do is stand on this white tile right here. Any one of this tile really works. And then you're gonna look at these two posters right here. In between the two posters line and look straight up until you hit the top dark shadowing of it. So again, these two posters, dark shadow, do a nice jump there. This jump is gonna land straight into garage, holding them off, which is really nice to prevent skydogs or etc. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I really appreciate you guys for watching this. If you watched all the way to the end, if you want to see more Deadlock lineup guides, let me know. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Bye.